Infrastructure, ICT, and logistics are the catalyst for the fourth industrial revolution that will be characterized by customized production instead of mass production. That was the basis of the economy in the 21st century. To digress, our guest of honor, we all remember Henry Ford in the second decade of the 21st century, when he made the Ford motor vehicle that resulted in mass production and the technologies for that. But what I'm saying in the fourth industrial revolution is that we are now moving towards customized, production, because technology, ICT, and software have developed to such an extent that you can produce anything, literally anything, as an individual, because with computer-aided design and there are open software systems for that, you can do all these things and be able to sell your products online. So what am I saying here? I'm saying thanks to the artificial intelligence and 3D printing, we have now entered the age whereby, with the aid of information, communication technologies, and accompanying software, small and medium enterprises can now manufacture products and sell them online, thus doing away with the invisible hand of Adam Smith and information asymmetry. For those ministers who may not be aware, there are some people who got Nobel Prizes on information symmetry in the 90s. And I think that link has now been broken because we all have got access to information. Our guest of honor, honorable ministers, ladies and gentlemen, we live in a continuous age of transformative change that requires three key elements. One, which is knowledge, learning, and innovation. It is my conviction that this transformative change is an integral part of infrastructure, energy, ICT, and logistics, and that for our countries to be competitive, in this regard, we need strategies and policies that recognize and accept that transformative change happens when industries democratize. When we talk about the power of the internet, what they call the Internet of Things, it has resulted in a totally different democratic dispensation, a totally different economy, an economy which is increasingly becoming inclusive. Inclusive not only with regard to production of goods and services, but also inclusive with regard to currencies, because we now have what we call cryptocurrencies, digital currencies. The Bitcoin is one of them. Of course, I do know that the other day, China said cryptocurrencies will not be allowed. I was watching that decision. But one thing that is quite certain is that one cannot go against technology, because technology at the end of the day will triumph.
Infrastructure is pivotal to enhancing economic development and poverty alleviation in COMESA region. This notwithstanding, there's a huge infrastructure gap in the region, accounted for by missing links and maintenance backlogs. This gap needs to be narrowed by our efforts if we are to accelerate regional economic development and benefit of our people. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we have found ourselves in this predicament because of lack of resources, both financial and technical. We need to mobilize adequate resources to address this challenge in line with national and regional priorities. There is no doubt that a lot of effort has been expended towards narrowing the infrastructure gap with positive results. We have seen significant infrastructure development strides in all sectors, but these will require related policies and systems to ensure their equitable use and sustainable.